Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Timmy Treacle, also known as Horror Fan for Life. And today I'm doing a couple of top 10 lists for you guys. The first one is my top 10 worst horror remakes. Now, I do believe I did a video like this a couple of years ago, but this will be an updated version of that video. I've done so many videos on this channel, I can't remember them all. But regardless, this is an updated version. If in fact I did do one already, if not, it's brand new. It's perfect. So without further ado, here are my top 10 worst horror remakes. Coming in at number 10 is Psycho from 1998. Uh, they did pretty much a shot-for-shot remake of this movie. And like some other critics, that is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to doing remakes. If you're going to do a remake, you need to make it your own. Yeah, you can have some elements from the original to pay homage to it and everything, but for the most part, you got to make these movies your own. That's the whole point of a remake. And when these people go out and do a shot-for-shot remake of a classic film, it just pisses you off. The one thing I will say about this is they did throw in some other scenes of their own, a couple, um, but the only thing I really liked about this movie, I actually liked Vince Vaughn in this movie. It's just they didn't make it their own, and because he got the same script that was given, pretty much what the original was, he had nothing to work with. And I really truly believe Vince Vaughn could have done something with this character had they went a different direction. But with that, Psycho comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is The Wicker Man. Oh boy. Uh, for those of you who haven't seen the remake of The Wicker Man, if you want to laugh, I highly recommend you check it out. Nicolas Cage, who I like majority of his movies, but this one here, I would say is one of his worst movies that he's ever done. He is not made for this type of film. He can do the horror genre, but when it comes to the comedy, and this is not meant to be a comedy, but it is laughable, and it's just a bad movie. And but I will say though, all actors and actresses have bad movies, and this is just happens to be one of his, and it comes in at number 9. Number 8 is The Stepfather. I believe this came out in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, it was unforgettable. They ruined what was a great 80s film. I believe the 80s film was 1987. And again, they need to make it their own. Do your own movie. The performances in this film were terrible. Uh, just everything about it was just god awful. I've only seen it once, like The Wicker Man and Psycho, and I have no need to go back and revisit it. It's just they're just bad movies. Coming in at number 7 is April Fool's Day. This was 2018, I think, or maybe 2008. I'm thinking 2008 is when this came out. Uh, Again, another movie that was a classic in the 1980s. Uh, they take this movie and basically just crap on the original. I mean, I don't know what else to say. There's no uh, notable characters, anyone that I really cared about, and it just again, it just angered me that they ruined what is a classic film. And again, one time watch. I will never go back and watch this one. So yeah. And speaking of that, coming in at number 6 is Children of the Corn from 2009. Holy crap. I mean, what are these people thinking? What are they doing with these classic movies? You know, the next thing they're going to do is they're going to ruin Frankenstein and all those the Wolf Man, and I mean, come on, people. Uh, it, I will say they did the Invisible Man. Uh, it gave it. They did a great job with that. But Children of the Corn, come on. I love the original. Stephen King is fantastic. But this movie just craps on the original, as the rest of them have so far on this list, and there's nothing memorable about these movies, and I could barely get through this one. This was one of the worst to ever have to sit through. I highly recommend that you don't watch it. But if you're someone like me who wants to compare, and by all means do so. But holy crap, be prepared to be bored. Let's just put it that way. Coming in at number 5 is Flatliners from 2017. Yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say. Again, shot for shot remake. I mean, come up with your own ideas. You know, the first movie is such a classic. Not only do you have a great movie, but you have a great cast. And the whole idea of dying and coming back to life and seeing the afterlife is just really fascinating. But when you repeat yourself with the remake and do the same thing, there's nothing new. There's nothing to get excited about. So it comes in at number 4. Oh, excuse me, number 5. Number 4 is The Hitcher from 2007. Now, I will say with this movie, I do like the female lead in the movie, and I like the concept that they did do a little switch up in the film. Um, but other than that, though, there's nothing memorable about this movie. The original, such a great film with C. Thomas Howell and and Jennifer Jason Leigh. It's a great movie. Sophia Bush, she does her best in this movie. She's about the only thing that's worth watching the movie for. Outside of that, though, it's just another bad movie, another bad remake. And The Hitcher comes in at number 4. Number 3 is Poltergeist. Oh, God. Oh, what a waste of talented actors in this movie. And it almost ruins what is actually a decent franchise. The sequels are actually really good. I wasn't the biggest fan of the third film, but I would have watched the third film over this remake 10 times more than. Oh, oh my God, it is a bad movie. I love the practical effects more than I do all the CGI and all that crap. When you're doing horror movies, do what works. And the practical effects are what work, in my opinion. Again, another remake that just almost ruins the original. And I can't do it. I'm done talking about it. Moving on to number 2. Number 2 and number 1 are so damn close that I had a hard time putting which one I wanted number one. But because number one was fairly new and had a remake, not even barely a decade after, even the number two film had another remake, and boy, did it piss a lot of Black Christmas fans off, including myself. Number two is Black Christmas 2019. I bet some of you thought what I was going to say is the 2006 movie. No. In fact, the 2006 movie I actually like. I love the 2006 movie. Is it better than the original? No. The original Bob Clark classic is never going to be touched. It's one of the greatest slashers of all time. But the 2006 movie makes the 2019 version, the 2006 version, looks like an Oscar-winning film compared to the 2019 movie. The 2019 movie, all it was a bunch of man bashing and how women are empowered and they can be just as badass as men, and they ruined the movie. The killer. It's not even who. It just pissed me off so bad when I seen the trailer for the movie. We didn't see the killer in this film, and it was so agitating. And again, this one, it's not going to ruin the franchise for me, but I'm so happy that we are getting a fan film called "It's Me, Billy," and I'm really looking forward to that. This 2019 movie is god awful, and if it wasn't for number one, this would be number one. But coming in at number one is Cabin Fever. Holy crap! I actually paid $6 to watch this remake. Oh my god! The 2002 movie, directed by Eli Roth, was fantastic. If you're out in the middle of the woods, you get contaminated by the drinking water, and everyone starts to get sick. And oh my God, there are some cringe-worthy scenes in the 2002 film. Fast forward to 2016, where you get a shot-for-shot remake of the original movie. And the sad thing is Eli Roth actually signed off on this movie. And for the life of me, I cannot understand why. But this movie is just flat out garbage. It didn't even make $1 million at the box office. It is really, really bad. This is the movie you guys just need to stay away from. I don't know what else to say. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 worst horror remakes as of May 2021. Now this list can change as more movies come out, more remakes come out. But for now, this is my list. So in the comment section below, give me your top 10 worst horror remakes, and let me know what you thought about my list. And as always, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you like this list and video, hit that like button. But thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for many more movie reviews, TV show reviews, top 10s, and rankings. And stay tuned for my next top 10 video, where I'll be giving you my top 10 horror sequels that are better than the original. But thanks again for watching, and check you later.